It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
And good morning to you on Thursday. Glad you're with us. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching, sharing with your friends. And here we go. We'll do some news.
All right. Just as the Real ID requirements are picking up, as we've told you, and Springfield police are now cracking down on unregistered vehicles or expired tags. Right about that time, the city just announced that there will only be 2 DMV offices instead of 3. The Department of Motor Vehicles office, which is on East Battlefield Road, that one is closing down, unfortunately. The contractor there, because those are contracted out, is not renewing their contract. So that means now the Department of Revenue, who operates the DMVs, they are looking for another location to open up. So it's just the timing of it because of the other things that are happening right now.
So there will be 3 again, just it'll be a little while.
Correct. Yeah. I know it's always so interesting when you go to a DMV. Like I know the one in Ozark, and it may still be, but for the longest time it was run by like the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. You know, do you remember that, like BCFO or whatever?
Yeah, there was one in Springfield that way too.
It used to throw me off, but that's how they do it. So
yeah, it's a unique way of running those offices, but it becomes a moneymaker for the charity, which I guess works.
Yeah, works out. Win-win for them, except for, right now, because the contract is not being renewed. But okay, speaking of cars and DMV, all things motors, lots of us are going to be hitting the road this weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend, and AAA is projecting 45.1 million people traveling at least 50 miles from their home by car between starting today and Monday. That is the counting period. That is also a record high number of travelers. Also a plus, we will see the lowest Memorial Day gas prices that we've seen on this specific weekend since 2021. In Missouri, the statewide average for gas is $2.87. That's about 30 cents lower than it was at this time last year.
Well, that's quite a bit lower, but it doesn't feel all that low, does it? I still feel like gas is outrageous.
Gas to me also seems outrageous, as does food. But I mean, 30% or 30 cents lower than it was at this time last year is a step in the right direction. But yeah, it still doesn't seem like you feel the break.
Yeah, I don't ever feel good about getting gas. And it's been years.
Yeah.
Well, if you still have storm debris to get rid of in Springfield, Greene County area, you can still unload it for free for a while. That's great. The Springfield City Council agreed to continue waiving the fee to drop off your tree debris following the storm until the city can get cleaned up from those really powerful April 29th storms. Knocked out power for so many people. 7 or 8 confirmed tornadoes. Left a big mess behind all over Springfield, and many areas are still cleaning up. Well, the city council passed an emergency bill that will expend the waiver to make it free through the end of May. So the clock is ticking, but you still have some time. So you're saying there's a chance. The Missouri Veterans Cemetery in Springfield is preparing for some good-sized crowds this weekend, of course, in honor of those who gave their lives in service to this country. The cemetery is now lined with flags for Memorial Day, placed there by some incredible volunteers who gathered to get the grounds ready. The Memorial Day ceremony is set for 1:30 on Monday afternoon. If you go, you're encouraged to take your own lawn chair with you, and it is free and open to the public, and a very good lesson for young people if you have time to get them over there and take part in that.
Yep. Well, Memorial Day weekend is always the unofficial start of summer, and with that comes the heat that is on the way. Our neighbors might need some help staying cool, as they often do, and Springfield Salvation Army is going to team up with Westlake Ace Hardware and hold their annual fan drive. So when you round up your purchase at any Ace Hardware store, the money collected will buy box fans for seniors and families in need who do not have AC. Last year, customers helped raise enough money for 93 fans that were all distributed locally. So that's amazing. That's helpful. The fan drive runs from right now through June 7th at all of the Westlake Ace stores.
Yeah, it's a nice program and certainly good timing because we know that hot weather is coming.
That it is.
I don't know if you heard about this, but this is pretty unique. NFL owners have voted to allow NFL players to participate in flag football at the 2028 Olympic Games that will be held in Los Angeles.
I guess I don't understand why it's flag football. I mean, I think it's cool. I heard about it. I'm excited, but also why is it flag?
I don't know why they don't play real football, but maybe the concern about injury. I mean, these guys make a lot of money for their NFL teams. I don't know that owners would allow them to compete in full contact football and risk guys getting hurt.
Yeah.
So this is flag football. So it's supposed to be non-contact, and for the most part, it will be. You can still get hurt. You can rip an Achilles or a knee or whatever, but NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says having flag football in the Olympics sparked a tremendous amount of excitement among NFL players interested in the chance to compete for their country on the world stage.
I mean, it's a huge deal. That'd be amazing.
Refreshing to hear.
Yeah.
And several Chiefs players, as well as some former ones, have expressed interest in representing our country or their country, I guess, if they're from somewhere else. But it's still 28. So if you're a former player and we're talking about 28, I don't know if that's
a former Chiefs player, a former Chiefs, not a former player necessarily. Like, wait, where's Tyreek Hill now?
Oh, they not a former player, but they were former Chiefs. They're playing for somebody else. Okay, that's what that.
Yeah,
that's what you meant by that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That'll be fun to see flag football in the Olympics.
I do think the has-beens are on their way out. You know, they're probably not going to the Olympics.
Well, they were all about the Olympics until the NFL said actual players could go play.
Right.
Because up until then, it was going to be college kids, and it was going to be all of that. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun to watch. And they did it again. Congratulations to Wonders of Wildlife Museum and Aquarium. USA Today readers voted Wonders of Wildlife as the best aquarium in the country for the 6th time. Congratulations to WOW. They previously won that title in 2018. I don't know what happened in 2019, but they missed it. Maybe they called off the vote or something. I don't know. They also won in 2020, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
It's so cool. Yeah, it is a neat place. Very deserving.
Yep.
And then this Friday, as in tomorrow evening, you can go check out one of the free movies in the park at Jordan Valley Park. It is a big deal, and they've been doing this through the summer months. So get ready for the 2025 free movie, which is tomorrow, Wicked, the movie. It starts at dusk, so right around 8:30-ish. Bring a lawn chair, bring a blanket, no alcohol, and there are concession stands. Okay. Or there is a concession stand.
Yeah.
So that will be open as well. And I had a friend actually who went to that the last time and really enjoyed it. So good time.
Sounds like a good time.
It does.
If the weather's right. I know you have to tune in to Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer. We got more weather coming in. It's going to be a stormy and wet Memorial Day weekend, which stinks because the pools are now open or they will be open starting a lot of them tomorrow.
A couple tomorrow, which is Friday, a couple more on Saturday, and then a couple more on Monday.
Well, and neighborhood pools, some of them may be already open. So I don't know. It's pool season, but it's not going to be pool weather this weekend for a lot of it. But hey, listen, I'm not Abby Dyer. I can't tell you that with certainty.
He's not a meteorologist, and he's not going to pretend to be one on Around the Ozarks. He's
I
do leave that to the professionals. So if you are interested, stick around, and Abby is up next.
Yep. And we hope you have a great Thursday. Back here Friday morning.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubosh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up with temperatures in the 50s across the Ozarks, and I'm expecting it's going to be a nice cool day across the region today as well. A lot going on in this forecast, though, so we'll dive right in for you today because we've got a lot happening across the region. And of course, the headline today is that there's cooler weather. I know some of you, though, had those strong storms late last night into the overnight hours. Hopefully, it didn't keep you up too much, but some hail included in some of those thunderstorms. And thankfully, today is going to be a dry day during the daylight hours. What we have this morning is temperatures in the 50s and some cloud cover. That will be decreasing as we go through the day. So I am expecting sunshine later on. Cooler and dry today with a few locations staying in the 60s for afternoon highs. Definitely a cool down from what we experienced yesterday. We've been seeing this frontal boundary sitting across the area, and I'm expecting that it is going to be a dry day for the rest of the daylight hours today. We get a little bit of relief today. Most of the day on Friday will be dry, and then it looks like we're going to turn very soggy as we head into the holiday weekend. Unfortunately, those rain chances are going to kick up in here by Friday afternoon, late in the day into Friday night. That's going to lead to rain chances again on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. And I expect that we're going to have quite a bit of rainfall during this time period. It's not just a light little rainfall, it's sustained rainfall with a low pressure system attached. And that means that over the holiday weekend, there will be spots that see an additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. So anybody with outdoor plans on this holiday weekend, you're of course going to want to pay attention to this forecast and also know not only are we talking about the heavy rainfall with 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, but there will also be some isolated storms that may be able to produce some hail. So camping, boating, even just an outdoor hike this weekend, you really got to pay attention. I'm not saying it's going to rain all day, every day. But there's going to be quite a bit of downpour activity out there. And I think Saturday and Sunday look to be the days with the heaviest rainfall. Rain chances should be wrapping up a bit as we head into Memorial Day itself. I am expecting a dry day today. And then late in the day on Friday, we see those rain chances pick up. High temperatures will still manage to be in the 70s on Friday. We will see a big range in temperatures on Saturday, depending on who sees the heavy rain early in the day. It's really going to limit the numbers, perhaps into the 60s in spots. A similar setup is in place for us on Sunday with a good chance for rain in the forecast, and then rain chances lighten up a bit on Monday, but they're still out there. So keep up to date with this forecast. If you have outdoor plans, especially, or if you're camping near area rivers, I am expecting some incredibly high rises in some of the area waterways. So it's important, especially on a holiday weekend when things are a bit crowded than they normally are, to stay up to date with those water levels. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, today, severe storms and excessive rainfall concerns really diminish for the lower 48 for the rest of the week. There are new concerns, however, for the central U.S. as the holiday weekend gets closer. And of course, we are included in that outlook for excessive rainfall for the holiday weekend. We're also talking about cooler than normal temperatures for much of the northern plains, the Midwest, the Northeast, even the mid-Atlantic for the next couple of days. So that's the next thing that I'm watching in the forecast that will make national news headlines in the big picture here. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. And the question that I had for you yesterday was about the birthstone associated with the month of May. Now, this one is said to be associated with clarity and healing properties. And the options that I gave you were A, the sapphire, B, the emerald, C, the ruby, or D, the amethyst. And the answer is B. It is the emerald. It is a highly valued green gemstone. It is also known for its rich, vibrant green color or lightly bluish and yellowish tint that it sometimes carries. They are particularly prized for their color and also highly valued. It is often associated with royalty, good fortune, and new beginnings, as well as clarity and healing properties, as I mentioned. So congrats if B, emerald, was your guess. All right, here's the next quiz question for you. What flower is traditionally worn in honor of Memorial Day? Do you think it's A, the carnation, B, laurel leaves, C, the poppy, or D, dandelions? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather this morning. It is a little bit cooler today. You might want a long sleeve shirt. Bring a jacket with you wherever you go. I do expect the sunshine to be out later today, and temperatures will remain cooler than average with a north breeze in the forecast. Winds not too strong today, but could gust to near 20 miles an hour. I'll be back to chat with you tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that heavy rain heading in for the holiday weekend. Thanks so much for our sponsorships to Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. We'll chat tomorrow.